Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Brandon. Hat to the back. Salute. Yo, so as you guys know, Sony has launched the awesome A7R Mark III. A lot of people thought that the A7 II was, the A7 III was gonna come out before the A7R III, but hey, it's here. So what do you guys think about the specs on the A7R III? What do you think? All right, leave your comments in the section below. But I want to get into a few things that I have heard about, well, not heard, that I see about the A7R III, and I'm going to try to clear up a few things. We're going to have a great discussion here today. All right, so let's jump right into it. As you guys know, currently I am filming you on my A7R II. I have another A7R II. So, should I upgrade? All right, and I got a few notes here, so we're gonna go through this. All right, so should I upgrade? Who is this camera for? All right, and is it worth upgrading? So, before we get into anything, we're gonna jump right into it. All right, so let's go through some of the specs. All right, A7R II versus the A7R III. If you already have the A7R II, are you really going to upgrade? Is it worth it? What if you don't already have an A7R II? Maybe you have an A7 II. Maybe you have an A6500. Is it worth the upgrade? First of all, I want to tell you guys that this is personal opinion. All right, so all of you portrait cops and you YouTube police and law enforcement, this is personal opinion. So I love hearing your opinions. You know, I always get feedback, but I want us to have a really good conversation here. All right, so try to stay on topic. All right, so here we go. So the A7, I'm just going to read a few things. All right, just a few comparisons, then we're going to talk about them, not the whole entire list. All right, A7R II, as you know, ISO goes up to around 25,600. The A7R III, we're looking at about 32,000, so about a little bit of a jump, you know, not too big of a difference. A7R II, 5 frames per second. A7R III, 10 frames per second. Pretty good, all right? Pretty good for you sports and wedding people. All right, here we go. So, a few things, a few more improvements on the A7R III that I picked out. You other people can go through all the specs that you want to. A few things that I picked out. The eye autofocus has faster tracking, faster speeds on eye autofocus. Really like getting your subject in focus and grabbing that focus a little bit faster, tracking them probably back and forth a little faster. The EVF has about the electronic viewfinder for you non-Sony people. The EVF has about a 1.5 increased resolution. All right, so a lot of you guys who actually shoot on location, like a lot of us, you know, having a better resolution, 1.5, you know, we'll have to look at both of them side by side and really see the resolution difference in them. 1.5 might be minuscule, it might be big on the screen. I can't really tell you that, but it has about a 1.5 increase in resolution. So, you know, a lot of us who shoot on location, you know, that increased resolution might help a little bit. Making sure that your subject is as dark as you want it, or making sure that the resolution is good, making sure that you have your ambient light and everything kind of better. That's kind of good. Battery life, all right, about a 2%. Well, it says 2.2. They increased the battery capacity. Pretty good. I don't know. All right, so on the A7R II, we got the A7R II has a single UHS 1 slot, but on the A7R III, they put UHS 2, but it's dual card slots. A7R II has a USB 2.0. All right, for those transfer speeds. For those transfer speeds. That's almost like a tongue twister. All right, so USB 2.0, A7R III has USB 3.0, faster transfer speeds. All right, for you guys that transfer back and forth images and raw files and stuff, that can be great. Both have 42 megapixels. I was thinking that they was going to do that, or give it like a little bitty bump, maybe kind of like the Nikon D850, maybe a 45, 46 to make it a little bit more appealing. And it has a joystick. It is what it is. I had a joystick on when I had the Canon 5D Mark IV joystick. It's pretty amazing. You know, it's really good. It's really helpful. It's really convenient to have. So let's talk about the prices. Let's talk about this, guys. All right, so for A7R2, how much can you get an A7R2 for right now? I would say probably brand new, you could probably get one for about 2,300. I found them as low as 2,200. Now some of them might be, you could probably get a used one, brand new, 23, 24. The A7R3 is retailing for $31.98. All right, 31. Now let's think about this. Let's think about this. 22, 2,300, 3,200. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to that, all right? Because that's gonna be really, really big. And you guys know I'm giving you all the information for you guys to make a decisive decision. Because I don't want you guys going to other channels and seeing all this stuff and people telling you yay, nay. We're gonna get to the facts, all right? And I want you guys to make a conscious decision on whether you should upgrade or not. So who is actually, I'll tell you what. Should you upgrade? I'm gonna give you my personal opinion. Let's dive into should you upgrade first. Should you upgrade? As you guys know, I have two A7R2s. They produce beautiful, beautiful images. Me personally, the A7R2 is not going anywhere anytime soon. Now that the A7R3 came out, I really think Sony may have opened up more sales for the A7R2 than the A7R3. I really, really do think so. Because both cameras are almost identical with slightly minuscule or minute upgrades. That's the same way they kind of did Canon did the 5D Mark III and the 5D Mark IV, besides the 4K and increased megapixels. I can't see it. I would not. Now, one of my A7R2s I might try to sell, get about 22, 2,300 for it. And do I really want to pay another $1,000 to get the A7R3? I might do it just to do it. But if you only have one camera, me personally, I don't think it's worth the upgrade. I don't. For now, 5 frames per second versus 10 frames per second. Think about what you're getting. If you already have an A7R2 and you want to upgrade to the A7R3, think about what you're getting in return. You're getting 5 more frames per second, increased battery life, a joystick, and dual car slots. To be flat out blunt, a little bit resolution increase here, same megapixels, but that's flat out blunt. That's what you're getting. Is it worth the upgrade? Now, if you sell it and you want to upgrade, is it worth the upgrade? Me personally, I wouldn't sell it because I believe for the same, there's nothing, I don't see there's really anything in the A7R3 that is going to make your images any more crisp or clear than having the A7R2. I think you put them both side by side. I honestly think the images, I really think you want to really produce almost the same exact images. I honestly agree, and I haven't even used it yet. But looking at everything, I don't think there's a reason. I don't think there's a reason to upgrade. And on top of that, remember, it's not really about the body, guys. It's not about the body. It's about the glass. At the end of the day, it's about the glass. You put the glass on. Here we have the 35mm 1.4 Zeiss. You put this glass on the A7R3, it's pretty gonna be much about the same. I mean, it really, really is. That's flat out blunt. And if it's not, I'll take my A7R2 versus anybody who takes the A7R3 will take the same glass and same picture. And I promise you probably won't be able to tell the difference. And if you can, put it in Photoshop, because we post-process all of our images anyway. And we make them into what we want anyway. So you're going to post-process them anyway. So don't believe the hype. All right? So, is it worth the upgrade? Honestly, I got the A7R2. I am fabulous about it. That's why I say it's not going nowhere anytime soon. And that's what I really think that where Sony kind of is not appealing enough. It really isn't. Who is this camera for? Well, the A7R3 has the best of both worlds. I will tell you that. Not only do you get your resolution, and you get really beautiful images, you get your 4K video, but you also get to a point where it has a really fast mechanical shutter. The shutter is pretty fast on it. So a lot of people complain about that, especially when you come to sports and wedding photography. You know, everybody was running to the A9, but this has a $4,500 price tag. So now you're going to be faced with the fact, well, should I upgrade to the A7R III, or should I just say, you're at $3,200 now, you might as well save another $1,000, $1,100 and just get the A9. But why? So the A7R III kind of has the best of both worlds. All right, it's fast and it's a portrait camera. I think it's the best of both worlds. So that may be a reason to upgrade. But can you get that same type with the can you do that same thing with the A7R II at 5 frames per second? I will tell you, I shot 2 weddings and I shot a sports event. I had no problem with the frames per second. Now, granted, there may be frames that you can capture on an A7 III that you won't be able to capture on the A7R II because of the frames per second. So if they're running, you might miss the left foot, and I might catch the right foot. I mean, come on, guys, really? This is what we do. So is it a reason to upgrade? I don't know. But for me, it's not a reason to upgrade. I'm not going to pay another $1,300, $1,400 to upgrade to the A7R III. I'm just not. Because the A7R II is just such a beast camera. And I really think, like I said before, it's going to open up a floodgate of people just to run out and get the A7R II. I think they're going to drop in price about $100, $150 or so. And I think they're going to open up the floodgates for the A7R II because it pretty much mirrors or matches the A7R III with a few distinct upgrades. So that's my rant on that. Is it worth the upgrade? So who is it for? If you have the A6500 or another crop sensor camera and you're looking to go into your full frame camera and you're looking to just make the investment, I don't even think it's for you. I think you should probably still get the A7R II because I don't think you need to spend for the it's really hard, guys, because the A7R II you can get around for about $2,100, $2,200 and produce amazing images, bro. You really can. I really don't know who it's for. It's really hard. I'm at a loss right now because if you came to me and say, hey, I want to get a full frame, I want to get one of the best on the market, first thing any professional photographer is going to ask you, they're going to ask you, well, what do you shoot? All right. If you tell me that you do a lot of sports and wedding photography, I'm going to tell you probably to get the A7R III over pretty much over the A9, unless you can afford it and you just wanted to have it. But if you're not a professional photographer and this is not something that you do constantly, day in and day out, and this is how you make your living, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I would probably, if you're looking to dive into something that Sony has that's probably the best, I would say probably get the A7R III. If you don't shoot weddings and you don't do sports, actually I'll take that back, only if you really don't do anything that's really fast moving all day and all night, I would definitely tell you to get the A7R II because you can still really get good from frames per second and still really produce really good images and still be happy, still be fun, still be good. So it's really hard. Yeah, I really can't tell you to get the A7R III or the A7R II. For the price and what you get, it can't be beat. It still can't be beat. So that's my rant on that. I think they're gonna really produce similar results with a few upgrades. It's the A7R III. It's the A7R II with just a few upgrades. I'm sorry, but the upgrades is just really like not enough for me to warrant this $3,200 price tag. I don't see it. Now, if you're just coming into it, if you're just coming into Sony and you're looking just to take that dive and make your investment, A7R III. Just get it. Just do it. When I went back to Canon and I did my first dive, I got that 5D Mark IV, same price tag, $3,200. I just did it. I didn't get the 5D Mark III, I didn't get the 5D Mark II, nothing else. I didn't get the 6D, none of that stuff. I just took the dive. If you're looking to take the dive, A7R III all day. if you're looking to, if you already got Sony, you're looking to go full frame, and you don't do really fast moving stuff all day and all night, A7R2 all day. I don't think you can beat it. Not for the price and for the images that you're going to get. I don't think. So, should you upgrade? Is it worth it? Who is it for? Blah, 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 whatever, whatever. Now, here's one thing. What could Sony have done to make the A7R3 even more appealing? I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you one thing that would have beat the A7R2. One thing. You guys know what it is? Everybody should know about it. An articulating screen. That would have set the bar. That would have set the bar. I think they're saving that really for the A7 III. I really, really do. Because that's going to appeal to a lot of people also. But if they would have put an articulating screen on the A7R3, oh, and you could flip that bad boy around and look at yourself, oh, guys, do you know they would have had my vote? They would have had it. I'm sorry. I have that on my Canon, the 80D. There's only two cameras on Canon that has that. That's the 80D and the 5D Mark IV. That articulating screen is absolutely amazing. It's articulating and touchscreen. Articulating screen, touch screens, off the top, they would have flattened the market. They would have, but they didn't. So a lot of those things I think Sony is saving. I think it's in work. I think the articulating screen is in work. I think it's going to be either for the A9R or they might be saving some from the A7 III. I really do, guys. So we just have to see. So if the A7R3 is for you, hey, by all means. But if you already got the A7R2, I don't see any reason. I really don't. I mean, that's just my 2 cents, guys. So that's my rant on the A7R2 versus the A7R3. Hey, take it for what it is. Check out some more channels. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, guys. Let's talk about this. Tell me what you think. Are you going to upgrade to the A7R3? Are you just going to go ahead and just snatch up the A7R2? It's going to be going on sale everywhere, you know, to try to make room for the A7R3. Lately, as you guys know, I've been producing videos, trying to get shoots and stuff out to you guys. Remember, hey, remember to comment, like, and share those videos, guys. I'm doing these things for you. All of us on these channels, we're doing these for you, trying to help you guys with content, trying to make your photography better. We've been there. We've been doing it for a while. So, hey, all of your information and all of your feedback and everything is welcome. But, hey, try to keep it clean. You know, we deal with a lot of, you know, negativity and internet, you know, trolls and things like that. I mean, it comes with it. You know, if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, yeah, I mean, you're going to have to deal with the nonsense that people give you. Everybody's not going to like your photography. Everybody's not going to, you know, everybody's going to have something to say. At the end of the day, man, it's all about supporting you guys. Because if we don't answer you or we don't do anything, I don't want you guys to ever feel like you can't ask questions and things like that. There's a lot of people who have a lot of experience around here who's willing to help you guys out. Follow me on my social media channels on Facebook.com/BrandonCophotography. Yeah, I almost said YouTube. Instagram.com/BrandonCophotography. BC Photography _ BC Photography _ on Twitter. And I'm always around, guys, as you know. So until next time, but remember, let me know what you think about this A7R3 in the comments. Is it for you? Do you plan on getting it? A lot of information out there, guys. All right, until next time, hat to the back, salute, take care.